Welcome back to ShopDog-Garage. This is either a 73 Corvette video or a random and interesting video. I'm not sure which. I just know that he wants the fans to kick on full time when the AC is on. And in order to do that, we have to tell the sniper that the fan is on, or that the AC is on. So, when you look at the AC here, there's a wire. It goes right here. Well, that wire needs to also go to a point on the sniper that I've got to find. Yeah, I think it's literally, this connector right here. I just got to pop that apart. Remember which pin is AC kick in, add it, click it back together, route that wire, and Bob's your uncle. Old time got me, I forgot. I'm going to need a relay because the sniper only wants a ground input on A, and I have a 12 volt input to give it. So I'm going to have to set up a relay to do that. I found an area, because remember, Corvette, there's no ground, but I found an area I think will work out pretty good if I don't keep dropping stuff. So, way back here, there is, hopefully you guys can see it, a harness with ground on it that I can pull apart, not easily, but I can do it, and get ground, and we can use that for two sides of the relay. This is our trigger right here, and then of course pin 87 will go over to A on that connector. So I know what I need to do. Now I just got to do it. So I got a little homework. Okay, so it's a week later. I built our little relay harness. I will show you all of that in just a few. I'm going to grab a light and go turn the lights on in the room with the Corvette. Alright, so here's what we've got. We've got a Tyco base that we've built up, and then a tabbed 30 amp, well, it might be a 40, but it doesn't matter. It's only going to draw a couple hundred mils total. It's going to switch ground for us. So we're going to splice our ground. I know you can't see it, but I'll get a light in there in a little bit in there. And then right here, we're going to take that apart, pop that pin out, and this green wire is going to get connected to that, and then this is going to go back in the harness for the sniper. And what that means is every time we get 12 volts on the AC relay, commanding the clutch, we're not even going to worry about it actually turning the clutch on. If we command the clutch, I want this relay to trip and send a ground to input 1 so that the sniper immediately turns on a fan. So that's the way we're doing this. So that little harness right there, that's a few minutes work and scrounging, but not the end of the world. Okay, so we've got the wire into that portion of the harness and snapped back in for the sniper. And we're coming around. I've got the ground tied in. Hopefully you guys can see back here that the ground is tied in right here. So now I'm going to decide exactly where he's going to live so that I know how long to make that, and then we'll get that apart. And once those are married together, we'll plug this back in. That goes down there. So okay, so we've got that installed, and now we're trying to remember how this went in there. And I got an odd suspicion I'm going to be unhappy, because I think all of that stuff right there is occupying the same space. So that's not good. Let me take a look. Well, I'm not going to lie and say that that was fun, but we've got it in there. Hopefully this hose will relax a little is kind of where we're at, actually. So, it is what it is. He's going to source some better hoses than what we've got. We've got the factory hoses, and they're pretty rough. So he's going to source some better hoses, but we'll deal with that. And then I think he found a new neck for over there. We're going to see if this one fits. I seem to recall we did this game once before and it did not fit. Alright, there's the original. And now it looks all nice and pretty. So we got that in there. And because everything nowadays is garbage, we just went through like half a box of tail lights to finally get an amber one that worked. So he's going to see if he's got any more. But yeah, everything's junk now. Everything you buy now is just junk. It drives me crazy. Alright, so let's see what we think. So side markers on. Hey, look at that. We actually got parking lights now. Yeah, man. Those bulbs from China. You get what you pay for, I guess. Okay, sorry. Forgot to shoot this for you guys. I've got this harness out, and I just pulled the side harness because this turn signal isn't working. However, the parking light did work. So I'm just trying to kind of work my way back on that. Just ring that out. That seems to be fine. We did grab an extra bulb just in case. And you can see that has a brake. And I'm getting ready to, oh, here it is. Test that and make sure that that is working correctly. Okay, so we got that solved. It was just a bad connection, but you know, spent a lot of time pulling things apart and measuring. So now the next thing is we just added all that AC stuff, so I'm gonna have to tell the sniper all about it. Only now I gotta remember to go find the key. You're not seeing things. We just took a minute. He had painted those brackets, so we put those back on the 78. But as for doing the programming on the sniper in here, it doesn't allow you to do that in here. So I pulled the SD card. We'll take her back to the house and go from there. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This has been another ShopDog-Garage approved video. Thanks for watching.